I hope you don't mind if I chew a piece of gum while I make this video. England, you're about to get a sort of a pep talk, a rallying call from an annoying American. So, listen. You have every reason to be optimistic heading into this World Cup. German manager Joachim Löw, in recent weeks following your 0-0 friendly result against Germany, said this is the strongest England have been in several years. And he's right. You look at that 2010 team in South Africa, that side was crap. You look at 2014, better, but in a very tough group. So, looking what England has coming up right now. Under 17 world champions, 2017. Under 20 world champions, 2017. Only one other country ever has won the under 17s and the under 20s in the same year. That's Brazil. And that's saying a lot. I look at England, I look at their roster. Joachim Löw is right. He said this England right now is in a transition period. They have the most depth and the most strength overall throughout the roster than any point in a long time. I think since 2006. I think that '06 team was better, but this is the best England's been in about 10 years, roughly. And look at this group, and I see a lot of parallels between your World Cup group for next summer and your World Cup groups from 2010 and 2014. Because you look at Panama and you look at Tunisia. This is a straightforward group. But it's even more straightforward than your 2010 group with the US, Algeria, and Slovenia. Now, yeah, you have Belgium in it. Belgium is tough peanuts, and I do think Belgium is better than that Slovenian team you had in 2010 in your group. But Panama, for the third World Cup in a row, you've got a CONCACAF team. You had the USA in 2010. You had Costa Rica in 2014. You got draws against both of them. You had Algeria in 2010 in your group. And I think that this Tunisian team is just about on par with that Algeria team from 2010. You have to remember, the 2014 Algerian team was better than the 2010 version. Even though that 2010 version was the beginning of a new golden generation for them. So I think Tunisia right now is just about at the same level as Algeria was in 2010, if not slightly better. And like I said in a previous video, Tunisia has a good amount, respectable amount of World Cup pedigree, so they're not going to be an easy opponent. They're going to be difficult. And they have a local grown coach, domestic coach with Nabil Maloul, who's really familiar with this team. He's been working with them for a long time. But this group is navigable. And honestly, England, because of the fact you're playing another CONCACAF team, another Central American team in Panama who's neighbors with Costa Rica, this Panama team is nowhere near as good as that Costa Rica team was in 2014. And as far as Tunisia, from pot 3, it could have been worse. You could have gotten Senegal. You could have gotten Costa Rica again, So I know that a lot of England fans are very pessimistic. They like to rip on their team. There are a lot of funny memes like, it's coming home, lads. Like, oh, I wonder how we'll bottle this one. But I look at this group as England's ghost of Christmas past. Because I see parallels between this group and 2010, and to a lesser extent, this group in 2014, because Costa Rica, the whole Costa Rica-Panama dynamic. And England, this is gonna continue to haunt you until you put it past yourselves, and I think you're gonna do it this time. Look, I know they were friendly results against Brazil and Germany in the last week or so. I know they were friendlies. They both ended in 0-0 draws. But come on. How many teams can boast about drawing Brazil and Germany in the same week? I mean, even if they are friendlies, Tite's experimenting with lineups. Joachim Löw's doing the same. Brazil and Germany are very professional teams. They look to win every game they play. So, I mean, come on. Give yourselves a bit more credit, England. And you know what? You shouldn't be afraid of Belgium either. You shouldn't be afraid of Belgium either. Look at Belgium right now. What have they done in the last few years? They really haven't done much. They're not playing anywhere near what they're capable of playing. So they crush who in qualifying? They crush who? Cyprus, Estonia, a relatively weak Bosnian Herzegovinian side, Gibraltar. So England, I don't want to say you're going through another golden generation right now because you're not, but this is the most depth you've had in a while. And in a group like this, I really believe you can top it. You don't even have to beat Belgium to top it. You can finish ahead of them on goal difference. They could drop points in this group, as I think they will. That is part of my bold prediction. One of Belgium or England will drop points to Tunisia or Panama. But I think it's going to be Belgium. I'll explain that in a second. I think you're going to beat Panama. You're going to get over that CONCACAF hoodoo. I think you're going to beat Tunisia, but it's going to be a very scrappy, probably like 1-0 victory. I think you're probably going to beat Tunisia like 1-0 or 2-1 or something. Because I think you're going to start off this tournament a little bit slow. And I see Tunisia getting a result with Belgium. I mean, if you have to consider, if one of Panama or Tunisia is going to get a result with Belgium, who's most likely going to get it? If it has to be one of them, it's Tunisia. It's Tunisia. I think that match is going to be a draw. I know it's bold, but I think that's what's going to happen. I think that's what's going to happen. If you and Belgium both beat Panama and Tunisia, then you're probably going to finish second. Because I see Belgium putting in more goals than you do. So the whole goal differential thing will come into play if, in fact, you do draw with Belgium, while both of you take care of business elsewhere in the group. But honestly, England, come on. Look, other than Russia and Poland, this is the best seeded team you could have got. You want to avoid Germany. You want to avoid Brazil. You want to avoid even Portugal because they always turn up in tournaments. Even Argentina is a risk because even though Argentina is not playing at their best right now, you always have to be aware of whether or not they'll click in time. So I think England, y'all need to give yourselves more credit. You went from massively overrating your team in the late 90s, early 2000s to now just shitting on yourselves all the time. Take Joachim Löw's words to heart. The manager of the world champions complimented you, said that you're a force to be reckoned with. England, you know what you need? You know what you need, England? You need a mean streak. You need a mean streak, and you need to remember who you are. You invented the sport. Belgium is a great team. But they have more to prove. Because people expect more from Belgium nowadays than they do England, the pressure is more on Belgium to prove anything. You look at England expectation amongst their fans. Expectations among England fans is at an all-time low. The pressure is on Belgium, not you. You got some pressure, but not as much as Belgium does. England, even if you finish second in this group, you can still get to the quarterfinals because look at your sister group in Group H. Poland, Colombia, Senegal, Japan. You finish first or second in your group, you can beat the winner or the runner-up of the group next to you. You can beat Poland. You can beat Colombia. This Colombia team is not as good as they were 4 years ago. You can beat Japan and Senegal. This is not the same Senegal team from 2002. England, you have a pretty decent chance of getting to the quarterfinals. It's decent. It's not great, but I think it's your best chance since 2010. And you did bottle 2010 by finishing in second to my U.S. team, which led to you playing Germany. But unlike this time, You're not playing a megalith, a Leviathan superpower in the round of 16 if you get there. You're just about on the same level as Colombia on your best day, if not slightly better, in my opinion. You can get to the quarterfinals. Come on, I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing. I don't cheer for England most of the time. I'm tired of seeing England fans so pessimistic about themselves. Come on, damn it, you're England. You can get a result against those Belgian Waffles. You can do it.